Hey guys, it's Shania, and today I'm going to tell you a little story. So look at this. This is my learners, and here in the Great Northern region called Canada, it means that I'm allowed to drive between the hours of 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. with a fully licensed driver in the passenger seat. So look at this. This is a fake license that I made at this historical village when I was about 12. Pretty much, I can't do anything with it. So look at this. This is my bus pass, which means that I get to take the bus to school and from school every single day. So here's what happened to me today. Let me just draw you a little picture. This is my school, and this is my house. And they're kind of far away from each other. So I go to the bus stop that's by my school, and I'm just standing there alone, waiting for the bus to come. Now, people at my school, they're a little, I don't even know how to describe them. But this one girl just randomly pulls a harmonica out of her backpack and just starts playing it at the bus stop. Not gonna lie, she was pretty good on that harmonica, but it was just a little weird that she had one with her. Okay, so I'm still waiting at the bus stop. Now, the bus is supposed to come at 2:25. So me and about 25 other kids are waiting for the bus. And we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. But it's not coming. And everyone is looking at their phones and thinking, where is the bus driver? It is 2:35. He is late. At 2:40, the bus finally decides to show up. So we get on the bus, and I find a seat. But because the bus is so crowded, there are two boys standing in front of me. I did not need to know a lot of the things that those boys talked about. Meanwhile, while we're stuck in traffic, I'm just staring at those boys like, you don't even go here. Why are you on this bus? So we finally get dropped off at the train station, and I'm waiting on the platform for my train to come. And you can hear all these high school kids just shouting at each other, even though they're face to face. There's no need to yell, guys. If I wanted to listen to your conversation, I would just creepily come stand behind one of you and listen in. So then my train comes, and the train is considerably empty. Like, there are a lot of free seats to sit in. And again, there are these two boys that decide to sit on the floor of the train, right in front of the doors, so that when people are getting on and off, they have to climb over their legs. Okay, let me draw you a little picture. Okay, so this is the train platform, and this is the bridge you have to cross to get to the bus terminal. That's me. Those are the other two ladies that were there. This is my attempt at drawing a car parking lot tower thingy. It's just supposed to be, like, closer to this bus terminal area. So, like, in my picture, I'm standing there, and there's these other two people standing on either side of me. I'm 16. The other girl, I think, goes to my school. She's, like, 17. And the other woman was 30-ish. And all of a sudden, we just hear these voices coming, like, from out of nowhere. So we all turn around, and we look up at the car parking lot tower thing. And again, there are two boys that are just hanging there. Who hangs out at a train's car parking lot tower thingy on a Friday after school? So we turn back around and do our best to ignore them. So like 5 minutes later, they start doing these wolf whistles in our general direction, which is just creepy and uncomfortable for all of us. So then the three of us are taking secretive glances at each other and like, those whistles are directed at you, not me. Or at least that's what I was doing. So then we just decided to all kind of spread out a little bit and try and get away from these creepy boys. The older lady goes to the far side of the bus terminal, and the girl who potentially goes to my school walks like 5 meters this way and sits down on the bench. So I'm just standing there like, I'm just gonna pretend I can't hear you because this is creepy and it's making me really uncomfortable. So then they stop, which is a huge relief. But no, they take it one step farther. I know I'm skinny and small, but there are hungry children in Africa that need your food more than I do. Yes. They started throwing food at me. No, I'm not talking like apples and tomatoes. No, those little 5-cent gummies, they were throwing those at me. So I'm still standing there trying my best to ignore them. So by the time they tried to throw their third candy at me, and I say try because their aim was terrible, I just gave up trying to ignore them. And I decided to go and sit down beside the girl that possibly goes to my school. But then, the girl beside me decides she's gonna take a smoke. Do you hear this? I am dying. I do not need to be breathing in your secondhand smoke while I'm dying with this cough. So the boys stop throwing their candy at me, and instead try and get this girl to give them a cigarette. I don't know what it was about her, but when she ignored them, they left her alone. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on my side of the bench, trying to hold my breath so I don't inhale the girl who possibly goes to my school's secondhand smoke, while at the same time trying to resist the urge to cough and force myself to breathe in her secondhand smoke. It was a bad cycle, and I probably just looked like I was choking and dying. And then those boys go back to throwing candy at me. For some reason, their aim just got a little bit better because they managed to throw a candy on the bench in between me and the girl that possibly goes to my school. And then I guess they ran out of candy because they finally stopped throwing things at me and just went home. And then finally, my bus decided to show up. 20 minutes late, because for some reason, some streetlights had flashing red lights, which according to my driving knowledge means you must treat it as a four-way stop. So if there's anything you should take away from this story, it is the fact that I should get my license. So if you are over the age of 18 and are a fully licensed driver, you should teach me how to drive. Except you would need to be someone that I knew, because I am not getting into a car with a stranger. This was enough trauma for my life. So thanks for watching this video. If you laughed at my traumatic experience, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Okay, bye! Save the trauma for your mama. Okay, that is definitely not a saying and should definitely not